Hello everyone. In that last lecture, we studied the entry and removal of names. Okay, in that, after an appointed date, all the applicant for registration should be addressed to the registrar of the state pharmacy councils. In that, after the appointed date, all the applicants for registrations should be addressed to the register of the state pharmacy councils. Then the applicant has the requisite qualification for a registration. He may direct his or her name to be entered in the register. First of all, the applicant registration should be addressed. Okay, after that, the qualification of register he may direct to his entered in the register. After that, person whose name have been removed from register of other state should not be entertained, okay, or entitled to the registration unless the state council gives its consent. Okay, in the other state person, the person whose name have been removed from the register of other state should not be entitled to the registrations unless the state council gives it consent thereto. After that, upon the entry of the names of the persons in the registrar is required to issue to him a certificate of registration in the prescribed format. Okay, after that, on payment of the fees, the registrar is required to issue a receipt thereof, and such receipt are deemed to the proof of renewal of registrations. In last lecture, okay, we completed up to that topic. After that, the removal of names from the register. Okay, तर रजिस्टरमधले नाव रिमूव्ह कशासाठी करायचे. ओके, रिमूव्हल ऑफ नेम्स फ्रॉम द रजिस्टर. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, द नेम ऑफ pharmacist may be removed from the register on following counts. Okay, in that, first, if his name has been entered in registered by error. First of all काय आहे, if his name has been entered registered by the error. After that, if he has been convicted of an offenses in an any professions. Okay, offenses and penalties म्हणजे काही शिक्षा आहे का त्याला. After that, any pharmacist who is held guilty and whose name has been removed from a register shall continue to remain a registered pharmacist for the next 3 months, and any after the expiry of that period he shall be keys to be registered pharmacist. Okay, first काय आहे, his name has been entered in registered by the error. After that, any offenses in the professional of the pharmacy. After that, any pharmacist who is held guilty and whose name has been removed from register shall be continue to remain a registered pharmacist for the next 3 months, and only after the expiry of that period shall be ceased to be registered pharmacist. After that, a person aggrieved by the order to the removal of names may appeal state government within 18 days, whose decide shall be final. Okay, a person aggrieved by the order the removal of his name may appeal the state government within the 18 days, whose decision shall be final. After that, a person whose name has been removed from the register is required to surrender his certificate of the registration to the registrar of the pharmacy council concerned. After that, if it feels that the offenses was a minor nature, it may warn the pharmacist and stop the consideration of his case for a specified period, during which the pharmacist should prove himself to be good behavior. Okay, in that first one, entered in registered by the error. The name has been entered in the registered by the error. After that, offences in any professionals. After that, expiry of that period shall be ceased to be registered pharmacist. After that, the registered pharmacist may appeal the state government within the 18 days, whose decision shall be final by the state government. After that, the person whose name has been removed from the register is required to surrender his certificate of registration to the registrar of the pharmacy council concerns. After that, the pharmacist should prove himself to be good behavior. In that, if it feels that the offences was a minor nature, it may warn the pharmacist and stop the consideration of the case for the specific period during which the pharmacist should prove himself to the good behavior. After that, but in cases of serious professional, the negligential conviction, his name be removed. After that, pharmacist can however appeal to the High Court against the decision of statutory committee. Okay, in case of serious professional, the conviction, his name may be removed. Okay, after that, the pharmacist can however appeal to the High Court against the decision of the committee. After that, printing of registers. In that, printing of register, the register of the state pharmacy council were required to publish the registers on the 1st of April following the beginning of the Pharmacy Act. In that printing of register, the register of state pharmacy council were required to publish the register on the 1st April following the beginning of the Pharmacy Act. After that, later on each year after the 1st of April, they were to publish supplements to the register showing all the additions or changings. Then these register and supplements are deemed to the proof that the persons whose name are contained therein are registered pharmacist. In that printing register हा क्वेश्चन आलेला होता ऑनलाईन मॉक टेस्टमध्ये जे MSB कडून एक्झाम झाली होती त्याच्यामध्ये द रजिस्टर ऑफ द स्टेट फार्मसी काउन्सिल्स वेर रिक्वायर्ड to publish the register on the 1st April following beginning of the Pharmacy Act. After that, later on each year after the 1st of April, they were published supplements to the register showing all additions or changings. Then their registers and supplements are deemed to be proof that the persons whose name are contained therein are registered pharmacist. Then inspections by the state councils. Inspections by the state councils. The state pharmacy councils have been empowered to the appoint a suitable number of inspectors having prescribed qualifications to the inspect premises where drugs are dispensed or compounded. Inspections by the state councils. The state pharmacy councils have been empowered to the appoint suitable number of inspectors having prescribed qualifications to inspect premises where drugs are dispensed or compounded. And last part of the Pharmacy Act, that is offenses and penalties. Okay, त्याच्यामध्ये आपल्याला फाईन किती लागू शकतो किंवा कारावास किती वर्षाचा लागू शकतो, त्याच्या ऑफेन्सेस काय आहेत, त्याच्या पेनल्टीज काय आहेत ते आपण वन बाय वन बघू. इन दॅट ऑफेन्सेस falsely claiming to be a registered pharmacist, falsely claiming to be a registered pharmacist, then in that fine up to 500, okay, on first convictions. Okay, falsely claiming to be a registered pharmacist, in that penalty fine up to 500 rupees in first convictions. In first conviction. After that, fine up to 1000 and 6 months imprisonment of any subsequent convictions. Okay, then dispensed by unregistered persons, exceptions medical practitioners. In that 6 months imprisonment or fine up to range 1000 or both. In that first offenses falsely claiming to be a registered pharmacist, in that fine up to 500 on first convictions. After that the fine up to 1000 and 6 months imprisonment of any subsequent convictions. After that dispensed by unregistered persons. Okay, any drug or any formulations are dispensed by unregistered persons, exception कुणाला आहे medical practitioner. In that 6 month imprisonment or fine up to range 1000 or both. After that failure to surrender certificate of registration. Okay, third offenses काय आहे failure to surrender certificate of registrations. In that fine up to 15 rupees, fine up to 15 rupees. And last one is obstructing state pharmacy councils. Last offenses काय आहे obstructing state pharmacy councils. In that penalty is 6 months imprisonment or fine up to rupees 1000 or both. In that first offenses the falsely claiming to be a registered pharmacist, in that fine up to 500 on first conviction, or second fine up to 1000 or 6 month imprisonment of any subsequent convictions. After that second one is dispensed by unregistered persons, that is if any drug are dispensed by the unregistered persons, exceptions कुणाला आहे medical practitioner. that is penalties काय आहे 6 month imprisonment or fine up to range 1000 or both. Third one is a failure to surrender certificate of registration, that is fine up to 15 rupees. And last one is a obstructing state pharmacy councils, that is penalty 6 months imprisonment or fine up to 1000 rupees or both. Okay, so the next questions, that is difference between state pharmacy council and joint state pharmacy councils. हा क्वेश्चन कंपल्सरी रायटिंगमध्ये येतोच. ओके, तर आपण स्टेट फार्मसी काउन्सिल जॉईंट स्टेट फार्मसी काउन्सिल ऑलरेडी पाहिलेलं आहे. तर डिफरन्स एक वेळेस आणखी पाहू. इन द स्टेट फार्मसी काउन्सिल्स 6 member elected amongst themselves by the registered pharmacist of the state. In that joint state pharmacy councils as provided in agreement laws not less than 3 and not more than 5 members elected amongst the registered pharmacist of each participating state. Okay, then second one is the 5 members nominated by the state government. At least 3 shall be a person possessing degree or diploma in pharmacy. Okay, and in that next as agreement provided not less than 2 and not more than 5 members nominated by each participating state government of whom are more than the half should be possessing the degree or diploma in pharmacy or pharmaceutical sciences or the pharmaceutical chemistry or a registered pharmacist. In the state pharmacy councils 6 members are elected, okay, by the registered pharmacist of the state. Okay, in that as the agreement provided the not less than 3 and not more than 5 members are elected, okay, among the registered pharmacist of the each participating state. Then next the nominated members 5 nominated members by the state government. Okay, in that they persons possessing prescribed a degree or diploma in pharmacy or pharmaceutical sciences or pharmaceutical chemistry or a registered pharmacist. In that agreement, in the joint state pharmacy council agreement provided not less than 2 and not more than 5 members nominated by each participating state government, of whom are more than half should be a possessing degree or diploma in pharmacy. After that, in state pharmacy councils, one member elected by the members of medical council of the state. Okay, in joint state pharmacy councils, one member elected by the members of medical councils. दोन्हीकडे सेम आहे. After that, last part is the ex officio members in state pharmacy councils, chief administrative medical officers of the state. Second one is the officer in charge of drug control organization of the state appointed under Drug and Cosmetic Act. And last one is the government analyst appointed by the under Drug and Cosmetic Act 1940. Okay, in that ex officio member of the joint state pharmacy council, the chief administrative medical officer of the each participating state. Then second one is a officer in charge of the drug control organization of each participating state under the Drug and Cosmetic Act. And last one is the government analyst appointed under Drug and Cosmetic Act 1940 of each participating state. Okay. In that next lecture, we will start at the new chapter. Okay.